Alright everyone, so after people from California that have more of a leftist inclination have been shaming and dragging video games and gamers through the dirt for the last couple of years, all of a sudden they use gaming as an outlet in order to promote their ideology, and it has interesting results. One of the things that they did was to allow some Black Lives Matter speakers to appear in Fortnite. And then the press was just horrified because the Fortnite, 10-year-olds that play that game decided to start throwing tomatoes towards the screen with the speaker. Like, what the hell did you think was going to happen? Were you not a kid yourself, socialist masquerading as a video game journalist? Did you not remember when you were watching cartoons and suddenly it got interrupted because there was some news going on and you were furious about it? It's like, let me just watch my cartoons. I get like 30 minutes a day to watch cartoons, and like everything else is grown-up stuff. Why is the grown-up stuff trickling down into my entertainment? And this is why people get infuriated with this shit. It's like, leave our hobbies alone. Alright, like the presidential debates do not belong in Mortal Kombat. Well, that would be actually kind of funny. Alright, so now all of a sudden, they are trying to use gaming as an outlet in order to expose their political ideology. And we also have Joe Biden Island, which all of the journalists are going soy face over it. Yeah, like in Animal Crossing, you can actually go to Joe Biden Island. I'm like wondering, like, what is the age demographic of the people that are even playing that game? Can they even vote? I generally don't, and really, like, the island, is this what you're going with? At the height of the Epstein scandal? Like, is this what you're choosing? I mean, I don't know, like, man, who's your campaign person? Like, fire him and hire me instead. Like, I would actually, make some interesting things in the video gaming community to promote your shit. Make some skins in League of Legends with Joe Biden. Like, that might even be funny. I mean, it certainly would be cringe-inducing. But, I find it so hilarious that now the left is trying to portray, like, they're your fellow gamers, and they always love this community. They did the same when Donald Trump attacked video games. I'm not really concerned when the right is attacking video games, because they're like, oh yes, video games are murder simulators. Video games produce violence. The reason I'm not concerned is because these people are not within the gaming industry. They do not control it. The gaming industry is very good at defending themselves from these accusations. And you even have the American Constitution, which guarantees free speech, free expression, so they can't really decide how video gaming companies are going to produce content. But when the left says, oh, video games produce sexismus, video games produce racismus, video games produce bigotismus, you need to create these, branches in your company and allow our commissars to go there in order to show you how to actually draw women, how to actually, present some complex political issue, because we can't let the gamers have choice, because choice is a bad thing. No, like, gamers should just be directed to the way of enlightenment, right? They actually can influence the industry. They have more power. And at the end of the day, they both agree with each other. They just don't want to admit it. Like, what is the problem with sexismus, bigotismus, and racismus? The problem is that it causes violence, right? So, the only difference between them and right-wingers like Trump is that Trump just skips a step. He doesn't say, okay, well, you play a video game, you become a sexist, and then you become a wife-beater, right? He just says you play video games, you become violent. But right, so all of a sudden, no, they're just really good video game fans, and they. Now, in the case of AOC, like, I know she actually plays video games, right? She plays League of Legends. She plays in the Silver Division, I believe, and I think she was talking with like some other person in Congress, and it's like, oh yes, I'm Silver. Oh, I'm Gold. Oh, maybe we should play together. Like, I don't mind. Like, this is nice and all, but like, there is a difference between a person that finds time to play video games and a person that makes time to play video games, okay? Like, I would rather watch the person that makes time to play video games, and I just want to see something entertainment. If there is no toxicity, if there is just like the sanitized version of people playing as if their mother was there, I'm not interested in it. You know, and you might say, well, V, hold on, you're just a toxic person. You associate with toxic people. Like, look, I go on public servers, all right? The matchmaking puts me with random people. And every single time I'm in a game of League of Legends or Dota or whatever, people are being toxic, and it's funny. I like it. I enjoy the banter. I enjoy the atmosphere. Like, there was this guy, when I was playing League of Legends yesterday, saying that he's going to fuck my mom. And I said, well, I hope you're going to do a better job at fucking my mom than you're playing this game, because my mom has very high standards. You know? Like, that was funny to me. Like, it was witty, you know? It fires up the neurons. It makes you come up with something in return, like, oh, huzzah, you know, bam, counterspell. Expelliarmus. That's what you do, right? And I think it's more entertaining and a lot more fun to watch than like, listening to AOC, you know, playing with Hasan Piker and Pokimane, about, I hope I don't get to be the imposter in the beginning of the round, because I'm really worried about, like, no one cares. No one cares. Just tell us how you're going to fuck their mother. That's what people want to see. They want entertainment, blood and circus. They're gladiators, you know, like, give us entertainment. Because though, like, at the end of the day, I'd have loved to watch AOC playing, you know, like, even though I disagree with her politically, I think it would be interesting to see her, Hasan Piker, and, like, some other people playing. But I know there's nothing funny to be had there. You know, there's not going to be any gamer words being used. Holy shit, imagine if AOC uses a gamer word. Like, that would just make around the world. And you know what? Everyone would be like, oh, that's horrible, but everyone would love watching it. You know, like, play it again, but in slow speed. Let's see her saying, yeah. I mean, she would make PewDiePie proud, wouldn't she? But like, this is the hypocrisy, you know? Like, everyone pretends to be offended. Everyone pretends that it's something horrible, but everyone wants to watch it. Everyone wants to watch it. Everyone wants to see it. Like, you know, if it would actually happen. Like, if one of those people would say the N-word, okay? Everyone would say they're offended, but everyone would want to see it. Like, can I have the recording? Can I have the recording? Can you show me? You know, like, I hate this American hypocrisy. I hate it so much. And now you have journalists, you have blue check marks and other people saying, oh yes, Gamergate this, Gamergate that. You know, like, show me on this doll where Gamergate hurt you. I always wondered. It's like, the idea is that gamers hated women. And I'm like, why? Like, why would gamers want to keep women outside the hobby? Like, if I like Harry Potter, and I find another girl that likes Harry Potter as much as I do, that's relationship material. Like, I'm going to start getting emotionally invested into that woman. That's how people hook up, so it doesn't make any sense what you're saying. What really makes sense is that for the first time ever in the history, the populist left and the populist right joined forces. You had people that were left-leaning. You had people that used to have their mental disabilities in the Twitter bio because that was trendy back then to do. You know, I have ADHD, I have autism, I have all these things. Treat me differently because I'm special. You had people from Tumblr, you know, joining forces with people from 4chan. For the first time in internet history, everyone was on the same side. That journalists, that are video game journalists, they're not really journalists, they don't even have journalism degree, and they're absolute cancer. They're into payola, there's a lot of corruption there, and they are destroying the video game industry. And they just couldn't have that. They couldn't have that. It's like, oh my god, no, we need to break them up. We need to break them up, because if the populace left and the populist right join forces and start shit-talking us, oh my god, we're going to lose all of the benefits. You know, all of a sudden, Ubisoft isn't going to wine and dine us anymore and fly us all the way to an expensive trip in France in order to talk about their new game. You know, we're not going to get premium access keys. People from Guardian and BBC and CNN write hit pieces against these idiots. You know, call them misogynists so that the people from Tumblr do not associate anymore. Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. You know, this is why they hate Gamergate even up till this day. Because it wasn't just a consumer revolt. People who remember, it was like the left and the right joining forces together, calling out these assholes. That's why they hate it. They, like, if it ever happens again, they won't know what to do with it, you know? Yeah. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care. Oh, and I always forget to mention, see how excited I get that I forget to say the important thing. Most important thing, if you like this video, please share it around. distribute it to other people. And if you really like it, you can get some buyer's remorse by subscribing to my Subscribe Star. Thank you for your consideration, and I'll see you later.